Hi, I just posted a new blog post about why we use cast iron and why you should too. And I thought, how great it would be is if I could just show you using my cast iron pan. And I'm going to be frying some eggs, which I know people think you can't fry eggs in a cast iron pan because it will stick. But I'm here to show you that that is not the case. Now, one of the tips that I gave you in my blog post, I'm not going to give them all away because I really want you to go and read it and tell me what you think. But one of the tips that I give you is to be sure and preheat your pan before you start cooking in it. So it is really hot. I preheated my oven. You can see here to medium. I do have an electric stove, and I really wish that I would have gas, and maybe someday that's going to happen. I've got my pan on here. It is hot. It is ready to go. I am going to put, now, if you have a very well seasoned pan, you will not need to add anything to it because it will be nonstick. However, this I just got for Christmas, and let me show this to you. It is a Lodge brand. I like Lodge because it's made in America. And this is actually the lid to a pot. But you can turn this lid over and it's, voila, a frying pan. I mean, how cool is that? So, since I just got it for Christmas, less than a month ago, I am still trying to build up the seasoning on it. The seasoning is pretty good, but I'm going to be using just a little bit of olive oil. And let me show you. It's just going to coat it here. And you could see that that pan is hot. Alright, so let me set you guys back down over here. I've got my farm fresh eggs. And this, I'm going to go ahead and turn this down to about medium low. I like a little bit of crunchy on my eggs, so that's, if you don't, you want to have it, you don't want to heat it up so much at first. Alright. Ooh, it's screaming! That's awesome though. I think I'm just going to cook one egg at a time. There you go. You can see that cooking there. I am going to go ahead and season up my egg with a little salt and pepper. I've got, if you're wondering, I have pink Himalayan salt in here that I grind. In this one, I have smoked peppercorn. So here you have it. My egg. You can see my spatula is going underneath there. I'm going to let it cook just a little bit longer. I want to tell you, I am using a metal spatula, and it is perfectly fine to use a metal spatula on cast iron. Cast iron, the only coating it has on it is, of course, the oil that you season the iron with. Over time, if you get your cast iron over time, using metal will help hone it down and make it nice, smooth surface. Because, and I don't know if you can see this, there are little bumps in here. I've seen some cast iron pans that have like divots in there. Lodge doesn't seem to do that. That's why I like Lodge. I also like Lodge because it is made in America. So anyway, it is time. I like my eggs over medium. I like my yellow a little bit runny. I like my white done. But I'm going to go ahead and flip this. There you go. And look, I've got that little crispy bit right there, which I think is so good. I'm going to let that finish cooking. I forgot to grab a plate to put this in. So I'm going to go grab a plate real quick. I am just going to let that finish cooking. I like to kind of test it. I know everybody likes their eggs differently. If you don't like it as crispy You will just want to turn this down and probably only preheat it at about a medium low. You really don't want, this cast iron conducts heat so well, and it will retain the heat. So when you're preheating your pan, you will want to think about what temperature you want to cook at. Not necessarily, you know, turn it up high, get it hot fast, and then turn it down. It's not going to work like that because it will retain that heat. So preheat it at the temperature that you're going to want to cook with. Okay, I think that is good. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this so where you guys can see. See how easy my spatula gets underneath there? There is no sticking. And look at that. That looks amazing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just use my fork. I'm going to cut into that. Oh, look at that egg. So what I love to do is I love to make some toast. Really love homemade bread, toast it up with a little bit of fresh butter, and then dip it into that egg yolk. It is so good. And look, that white is done. Yolk is not. My favorite. So there you have it. Let me let you look at the pan. You can see that it did not stick whatsoever. So you can cook an egg in a frying pan. So just remember, preheat the pan on a lower temp. If it's not well seasoned, if it's a new pan or you just seasoned it, make sure you add a little bit of oil to it, not a whole lot. And it is perfectly okay to use a metal spatula. So there you have it. Be sure and check out my blog post on why we use cast iron and why you should too. You can find that at www.hensleyfarmadventures.com. That's Hensley, that's Hensley, HENSLEE, Farm Adventures. So hope to see you soon. Let me know below what you think about this video.